Hey family, it's Chef Evelyn here. So I figured I'd come to you guys with this series, kind of like an Ask a Chef series, so that I can answer all you guys' questions in a video versus, individually, like with the emails and stuff that I get. And so it's kind of like if your best friend was a chef, what would you ask her? That would be me, okay? And that way, from time to time, I'm going to pop on here with kind of like a theme video, or a subject matter, and then you can ask your questions about that. And I kind of give a couple of tips, and then, whatever questions you have, I will try to come back in another video, because I'm so bad about responding in the comments. For those of y'all who have been rocking with me for a little while, I'm kind of bad about the comments thing. Like, sometimes I don't even go check my inbox or whatever. I put the video up and I'm like, So I'm going to read the comments, and then instead of responding, because I have 2 channels on YouTube and people email me, and then on the blog, and then on Facebook and on Instagram and Twitter. It's just a lot. I spend all day answering questions. So I'm just going to put it all in one place. So this first installment is going to be about farmers market. Like, it's springtime. And it's definitely time for the harvest and things like that. So a lot of you may not know that I run an organization here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area called the Urban Foodie, where I take people around to different culinary events, restaurants, and right now we're doing a series of tours called Market Saturdays, where we're going to be visiting about, I think it's like 13 farmers markets this summer. So guiding people through the market, introducing them to new ingredients and things like that. But what I realized is that some of you guys obviously don't live here, because I would have seen you by now, right? Some of you guys don't live here, and but you might have questions, and so some of the things that I answer for them at the market, I want to be able to bring to you. So I'm just going to give you a couple of quick pointers about shopping as a farmer's market, and then any other questions that you may have, just leave them in the comments below. Leave them in the comments below, and I will do them in another video. Okay, so if you leave your comment and you're looking for me to comment back, it probably will be in another video, right? So anyway, so let's just get into it. So I think the biggest thing that people need to realize when they're shopping at a farmer's market is that a farmer's market is not a grocery store, right? So, if you know that you're always going to go to the store, you're always going to get your Granny Smith apples, that's not exactly the case at the farmer's market, because they are bringing you more than likely what's local, but they're definitely bringing you what's in season. So, and I say more than likely than local because some markets, obviously, pineapples are not growing in Illinois, right? So if you see pineapples at the farmer's market, then that's coming from somewhere tropical. But anyway, you really just have to go in with the mindset that the farmer's market is not the grocery store, so the way you shop it is a little bit different. You definitely want to take cash. You want to take small bills, 1s and 5s. You might want to get a couple of rolls of quarters. It just makes things easier for the vendors and the farmers. And when you first go to the farmer's market, particularly if it's new to you and it's not something that you've done, every time you go to a new market, walk the entire market before you make any purchase. That way you can kind of see what's available to you. You can kind of look for the better deal, and you can just see, all the myriad of things that you're not going to see at your local Mega Mart or your local grocery store, because farmers have some interesting things that a grocery store may not pick up if the demand's not high enough, but they grow that crop. If you're looking for like purple carrots or heirloom apples, right? You see heirloom tomatoes and you see purple potatoes, but you don't see those other things that farmers often do. So, and here's the thing, if you're really worried about the best selection, then you want to go early. If you want to get better deals, then you want to go really late. So when you go early, that's when the professionals there, the chefs, everybody's shopping. They're trying to get the best of the best. They are getting the best pickings of the day. If you're going and you're looking for deals because you want to eat organic on a budget or whatever you want to do, you want to go at the end of the day where, you maybe can get a little bit of a deal, by buying a little bit more in quantity and kind of clearing them out for the end of the day. But when you just keep in mind, when you negotiate, you do not want to insult the farmers, okay? So like rounding it down to the nearest dollar or rounding down to like the nearest $5 increment is a lot better than being like, I know that bushel is $10. Why don't you give it to me for $2? Don't do that. So And then you want to have a way to transport all your goods back. So if you're just going to be doing some light shopping, then maybe you just need 1 or 2 bags. But if you're going in there and you're getting like frozen meats, and you're getting some local artisan tamales, and you're getting, you know, that vendor that makes the homemade soaps, and you know, you're stocking up on vegetables and fruits because you're going to do some canning, then you want to consider maybe having a cooler or a cart with wheels or things like that. So, and don't squeeze anything, because if you and everybody and their mama squeezes everything, the farmer can't sell it, and they don't have the overhead of like a grocery store. So just ask them, hey, I'm looking for, you know, a peach that'll be ripe at the end of the week, or I'm looking for something that's really ripe that I can eat today, and just ask them. And this is a great opportunity to experiment and pick up those things that you've never seen, that you've never tried, and kind of get out of your comfort zone. And if you don't know how to cook it, ask the farmer how they prepare it themselves. You know, what do they do with it? So, and if you see a chef walking around in their chef jacket or something like that, ask them. It's, you know, it's just a much different dynamic than it is at a grocery store. So, don't want this video to be too long. That's just some of the tips that I have. And, I mean, I've got like 20-something tips for shopping at a farmer's market, but just kind of want to, you know, water drop with you a little bit, see what your questions are about, you know, buying, how you buy in bulk in farmer's market if it's just you. Should you make a list? Should you have a plan? Are all farmers organic? How do you know? Things like that. So, you know, what are your priorities? Are you looking for local? Are you looking for organic? Are you looking for hormone-free and grass-fed and all that kind of stuff? So, whatever questions you have about shopping for farmers market, whether you are a pro and you've got your own tips, leave those in the comments. We'd love to share those with everybody. If you have questions, if you've always been curious, if you want to know about, you know, like how to find foods and season and all that kind of stuff, definitely leave your comments below, and I will come back in response to this Ask a Chef series and answer your questions about farmers market. So I'll see you in my next video, family. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. I am on Facebook. I am on Twitter. I am on Instagram, and I am on Pinterest. And of course, you can always find me on my website at chefevelyn.com. So I'm all over the web. There's no reason for us not to be a close-knit internet family. All right, y'all. Have a good one. Peace.